This is what you want in your gardens, folks. Lots of these big old boys. That thing's like a snake. Guess where I'm at? In the garden again. Alright, so I've got 2 rows of blueberries here, guys. Row 1, row 2. I mean, I think that's these first few plants aren't blueberries, but the majority, this whole row, this whole first row, all blueberries. Row 2 did great. In fact, that's where I got almost all my berries last year. And the 2 varieties I planted are pink lemonade and sunshine blueberry. They thrive here in Missouri, apparently. First row did blue jays and legacies. Now, I had 13 plants die in this first row. That one's alive. You can see how red the stems still are. It's flexible. You know, it's fine. It's alive. This one's got buds on it. This is one of those pink lemonades. Anyways, I'm rambling. Why did they die? I did the exact same thing. Acidified the soil, fertilizer, same thing as the second row. So I don't know. I mean, almost all blueberries are hardy to minus 20, minus 30 degrees, you know. They're northern kind of plant, northern climate kind of plant anyway, but... And yes, the tag says $30.98. I didn't pay $30 for these. I got them half off because it was the end of the year whenever I bought them. And they were on sale. So, let's see. We got 1, 2, 3 legacies so far. That's a blue jay. Okay, so we're half and half now. So I don't think it's a variety thing. Blue jay. I think I've had more blue jays than legacies. Blue jay, yeah. There's another blue jay. This is also a blue jay. And this is a legacy that didn't die. Limbs are nice and red, supple. I think these ones bloom a little bit later maybe than my my sunshine blueberries over here. I'll tell you what, guys, if you can grow them, buy the pink lemonade variety and give them a shot, because they are the best blueberry I've ever had in my life. Absolutely delicious. What the heck? Looks like the rabbits have been having their way with this little guy. Look at this. Look at that. That little devil. Nipping them right off. Well, that'll keep your plants in check, huh? Luckily, he's not going through here and eating all my raspberries off that are still alive. Anyways, so I did the same thing I usually do in the fall. I look for deals on plants at big box stores. Get them for third or half price, or maybe even cheaper sometimes. It just depends on what they want to do. So I have never grown these ones yet. Brightwells. I'm pretty sure, yeah, I've got 4 of these. I'm pretty sure they're all the same. Oh, that's a powder blue. Okay, so we got 2 different varieties so far. Brightwell. I don't know when these are supposed to bloom per se. I don't know if they're an early bloomer. Okay, so we got 3 Brightwells and a powder blue. And then the one down here in the blue pot is something different. It is a sharp blue blueberry. Look at the buds on this bad boy. Come on, camera. You can do it. Getting close. Real close. Look at these ones. Yeah. Getting ready to pop. In fact, look at this little guy right here. This is one of the pink lemonades. I'll try to show you guys this summer as long as everything goes well. I mean, this little guy is already leafing out. It's one of the smallest bushes I have. But I'm not a blueberry connoisseur by any means, but like I said, these pink lemonades are the bomb.com. If you can find them and grow them, get them. I've only seen them one time at Lowe's, and this was like Oh my gosh, now I gotta tell you guys a story now. So right out here, I had my 2 rows of blueberries just in the yard with the brick around them, and then cedar mulch in between each plant inside of a brick wall, you know, like this tall brick wall, 2 rows of bricks, as long as a small garden, but 2 rows of blueberries about 10 feet apart. You get the idea. Well, oh my gosh, I just went blank. Oh yeah, I bought these blueberries like, oh my gosh, 5, 6, 7 years ago. Yeah, and they were like $7 or $8 on sale in June or July, maybe August. It wasn't fall yet. It was mid to late summer. But that's the only time I've ever seen them for sale anywhere around here. And they were, I would say, they were probably about the size of this guy here, maybe 18 inches tall, the majority of them. When I first bought them, and they were in like a, not a pot quite this big, probably a 1.5 gallon pot, maybe a 1 gallon pot. But man, they didn't do too great over here, which is why I dug them up. I added on all this extra garden. Let me show you where the garden used to end. So from down there to that corner of the garden, I think, yeah, I added about 20 feet. Yeah, I used to be able to come off the back porch and just walk around the edge of the garden here, and then come over here, take care of chickens, blah, blah, blah. But right about here was the end of the garden. But it was still, I don't know, 60 feet long, something like that. I added about 20 feet to it to accommodate these blueberry bushes last year. And had some dirt hauled in. Like I said in another video, is kind of clay-based, black dirt looking kind of stuff, kind of gumbo-y. Not real bad, but it's kind of sticky black dirt. But still pretty good dirt. I just don't understand why all these plants died. I mean, 13 bushes, that's a lot. I know I'm rambling, but anyways, today's objective is to get these other plants I bought last fall, mind you, so like last September, October. I mean, they've been in the pot all winter long, and I've watered them maybe 2 or 3 times just to keep moisture in the planter for them, but they've done just fine. Look at the tip of that thing. It is like rosy pinkish red. So pretty. But anyways, it's time to get these suckers in the ground. That way they can hopefully make us some berries this year. This last year, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me think here. Yeah, 7. I think there's 6 of the sunshine blueberries that I've got in here. And then the rest are those pink lemonades. Oh, that's a pink lemonade. Okay, so from here that way is pink lemonades. Other than the one on the very end. I can't remember. I want to say it's either a powder blue or a legacy. Anyways, from, let's check the tag. Just to double check, I'm pretty sure that's all for a pink lemonade. Oh golly. Maybe there's only 3 of the sunshine blueberries in here. But I know these 3 plants right here are all the same. And man, these sunshine blueberries, they flat out got with it last year. And a nice, firm, tart blueberry, so good. But guys, I'm telling you, these pink lemonades, I think they're a southern high bush maybe variety. Which means that I'm wanting to say if they're a southern high bush variety, they don't need as many chill hours in the wintertime to reset the plant to produce fruit in the spring or whatever. But I mean, we get plenty of cold weather here where I live. So anyways, I'm blabbing. Let's get to planting. So I just learned something pretty useful in this situation. Go through here and 100% figure out when ones are dead. If you pull up on your blueberry bush and it just comes right out of the ground, it's dead. I promise. Shake all that good stuff off there. Move on to the next one, boys and girls. All right, Next step. Got all the dead ones pulled up, as you can tell. Now, just as a safety precaution, I don't know why these died. I mean, the roots are still there. Whatever. I don't know if they were too wet, too dry. I thought I took pretty good care of them last year. Anyways, I'm going to plant the new ones in between where I had these plants, just in case there's something weird going on where these plants died. So, all right, time to plant. What's up, guys? So I just realized I didn't do an outro for y'all last night. Check it. We're back to the first row of blueberries again. These three made it, but these first two are the pink lemonade variety. I don't recall what this one is. I think it's a legacy or powder blue, something like that. Anyways, we got all 5 of these new bushes planted last night. This is one of the new ones. That one is from last year. It made it. That's a new one. You can kind of tell by how green these canes and limbs are. These are just getting ready to make some pretty good buds. Come on now. There we go. Just starting to make some little buds. So that's a new one. That's a new one. Be number 4, and then number 5 right there. And then that one is from last year. I can't recall. Is it a legacy? Yeah, it's a legacy. But it made it. So yeah, I'll keep you guys updated when these bad boys start blooming, which should be, I think my established bushes will start in about 2 weeks. I think last year all these bushes I had, whenever I had all these bushes in pots like a year ago, all these bushes were in pots is what I'm trying to say. Gosh, I can't think. Too much coffee today. Anyways, this whole row was all in pots this time last year. Excuse me. Oh, I can't think. Like I said, too much coffee. Anyways, I planted these a year ago in this garden. But this row was established over here originally. Remember I told you all I had 2 rows of blueberries over here in the yard. I got rid of them. I didn't want them over there because it was hard to maintain them. I couldn't mow in between them without blowing grass and seed and stuff all over them. So I just kind of stepped back and punted and came up with this idea. But what I was going to say is this first row, the ones that died, were all in pots this time last year. They actually started blooming in the pots, but they still made fruit. Not a ton, because it was their first year making fruit, but nonetheless, they still made a little bit. So yeah, I'll keep you guys posted, like I said, on these new varieties and see how things roll. Check you later. Now it's time to go play with bees. I gotta paint all these eventually, but I gotta go equalize. Should be some equalizing today. Be on the lookout for that video. Check you guys later.